Oh, why hello there. My name's Mike Costelli, and this is the first module of many covering the Master Cycle or X50. My goal with these modules is to cover some of the awesome features of the X50 and how to show them off in a demo. So most of the modules that you'll have coming up are going to involve working with the new user interface, how to navigate, find certain features, set them up, and kind of what to expect if you're going through a demo and trying to instruct a customer on how to use these different features. But for this initial module, I just wanted to point out a couple of physical features about the X50 and run through those real quick. First and foremost, the flex lid. You know it, you love it, you're familiar with it from the Nexus, I hope. What we have is our heated automatic height adjusting lid. No manual adjustment required, unlike the C1000, and there's no limitation on cap types that can be used, unlike the ProFlex, which has a domed cutouts in the lid, which can cause problems for other cap types. Now, what you have here is a two-part evaporation reduction system. You have your flex lid, and then you have changes that we've made to the block, which are pretty cool. So where is evaporation the worst when you're looking at a PCR run? It's always around the periphery of the block. It's those outer wells. So what we've done is slightly elevate the outer wells in the block. Not enough that you'd ever be able to notice, or that would cause any kind of wobbling of the plate, nothing like that. It's a very, very small alteration, but enough so that the force applied by the flex lid provides additional force to those outer wells. So one, we've created a system that drastically reduces evaporation. We have the app note where we combine the X50 with the EP motion, and it shows that we can reproducibly generate PCR results working at 3 microliter reaction volumes. But what it also does is it makes sure that that evaporation profile, that minimal evaporation profile, is consistent across the block. So for any of your clinical or highly regulated customers, or anybody who's doing sensitive work, consistency is always key. The changes to the block, the automatic adjustment of the lid, these are all features that speak to consistency. Consistency in evaporation reduction, consistency in pressure on top of the tubes. This is important. As you know, we also have the new touchscreen. It's awesome, it's gorgeous, let customers touch it. Make sure you're showing this off, bring it in and let them try it out. In the front, similar to what we've done with the Nexus, we got a USB port. Just one this time around, and it's at a flat angle, so no longer do you have to be a contortionist to get a USB port up in there. So it makes life a little bit easier. That's where you'll provide your software updates, and that's where you do any of your exporting of self-test results or of any of the events logs. Now, another thing I wanted to point out, this is important, fan vent in the front, fan vent in the back. We vent in the front and the back. Why is this important? Why does it matter? Because you always need space for airflow. Now, by having the venting in the front and the back, we can put as many cyclers as you like, side by side, right up against one another. There's no issue with putting them close to one another because the venting is in the front and the back, contrary to other cyclers out there. Now, if you take a look at the back, what we have here, 2 different Ethernet ports. Now the Master has 2, the controllerless units only have 1. What you have is a port labeled cycler, and then you have your networking port. Your networking port is going to be used for connecting to essentially internet access, and will be used more when Visionize essentially comes around. Your cycler port is for networking. If you're networking one controllerless unit to one master, you can essentially daisy chain them like you have in the past. If you're using 3 or more, 3 to 9 essentially controllerless units, you would connect from here directly into a USB hub, and then you would essentially connect all of the controllerless units into that USB hub as well and activate them via the software, which I'll show you in one of the other modules. Now, the other aspect that's pretty cool is voltage requirements. So when you get a unit and you first open a box, you'll notice there's two different cables in there. And what we've done is created a system that can work with either 110 volts or 230 volts. So no matter what your customer has available, all they need to do is insert the right cord and the unit will automatically adapt to the voltage available. So no longer do you have to order a particular cycler for a particular voltage. The system is designed to adapt, and it's a nice little feature, and it's not something that's commonly available. Now, those have been a couple of just the standard physical features that I wanted to go over. The other modules in this playlist will go into more detail as to the different features, how to activate them and show them off in the software, and I'll be updating and adding to that routinely. But for right now, signing off. Have a good one, guys.